So again, page 21, left-hand accompaniment patterns. These are more or less generalizable as 1, 5, 9, 10 variations. In other words, 1, 5, 9, and 10. Here's 1, 5, 8. Octave, fifth root, right? And 1, 5, 9, and then 10. So I got a big old hand. I can actually grab that 10th, like no problem. I can grab an 11th. A lot of people can't do that. So for me, this is comfortable. For most people, this won't be nearly as comfortable. But that's why all of these examples are rolled. So you can grab it like that. But you notice, if you play 1, 5, 10 like that, you're playing the whole chord. You're playing the root, the fifth, and the third. And that opens up your right hand to do whatever you want, right? That's more complicated than you're probably going to play, but you get the idea. You get your left hand doing this, and all of a sudden your right hand's free from the necessity to play the chords. That's 1, 5, 10. 1, 5, 9 is the next example, which is also pretty. This leaves it a little more open though, right? Now you don't have a major or a minor third. So this could be played like... This would be more like a John Legend or some other kind of R&B. I'm just moving it around to different major seventh chords, moving down in whole steps. All right, you could use both. 1, 5, 9, 10. And that's pretty, right? Then you get a little Disney kind of theme. Alright. Or you can do minor. Don't forget, any of these can be minor. Possibilities there, and what that kind of opens up for your right hand then. It's a lot more to think about in your left hand though, right? A lot more than just playing bass notes. So that's one thing. Now let's go to a little bit more kind of stylistic specific variations on the next page. This is kind of the first one, arpeggio pattern. It's kind of, La Bamba pattern, or you could turn it into kind of Motown soul pattern, or check it out, like... chords, right? 1, 3, 5, 1, 3, 5, 1, 1, 3, 5, 1. Okay? So it's like your left hand just playing through the chords. But it requires some facility to do that fluidly, obviously, and to maintain it underneath some kind of right hand part really requires practice. But at least now you've got that tool if you want it. All right? Here's like your how to save a life pattern from the Fray. And this is really like Alberti bass, which is a typical kind of traditional harmony thing. I didn't play that right, but you get the idea, right? 1, 5, 3, 5. And probably Isaac Slade learned that in piano class here, or from a piano lesson that he took. This is kind of your nice traditional style. Broken chord style. Etc. That works really well for certain stylistic things. Standard boogie woogie. This boogie woogie is like that, old school blues style where you get the rocking like this, swinging. In this, you got that swing rhythm of bump, ba bump, ba bump, ba bump, and you alternate the 5 and 6. On the root. Etc. Okay? Another variation on a boogie woogie is Texas boogie. The triad in there, and you get the minor and the major third. And that's a fun one to play with the left hand, but it's more complicated and it's hard to do other stuff on top. Tricky, much trickier, but now you know what that style is, and if you want it, you can work on it. Simple stride, all right? Now, stride piano is that old school, jazz style. Really simple stride. It's just taking the chord, breaking it up, and you can go down to the 5. So it's alternating between the 1 and the 5. That's a simple stride. And complex stride would be where you play like the whole chord, whatever it is. It could be a major chord, or it could be like, this is a 6 chord. That at 6. And that's much harder. It's much more complicated and hard to master. I'm not a master of stride piano at all. It's too hard. But I want to show you what it is. So if you ever feel like trying to play some stride music, you have a window into what it is. And then in contemporary jazz music, people like McCoy Tyner in particular took us away from like this and went more into this. Read the fifth and a chord on top of it. And they play like this. 1, 2, 3, 4. So that's another way to play. And you don't have to play it that fast, but if you want to play jazz music and you want to play solo piano, you're going to wind up probably playing in one of those kind of stride areas. You might be playing a pretty ballad or something. You might play like a oompa thing. All right, y'all. So that's just a little window into a variety of styles there. Your assignment is to choose one of those things from page 21 or 22. One, okay, that you like, and transpose it to another key, any key other than G, and write it out right there on page 23, and then write a melody on top of it. Okay? And that's that.